ahead, Mariah.
I must say, yo, shout out to Nonfiction and the Reject Show. I'm having such a great time up here right now.
First time in history of the Reject Show, we have an artist come in here and just take over the mic.
Take over the
She's
mic.
like, hold on, this shit is mine.
Let me know what's going on.
I tend to do that sometimes, you know. I like to take over shit. But
well,
now,
let me tell you something, Mariah. You take over the microphone on this show, you better be prepared.
Always prepared. I think I came out my mother's vag prepared. I was like ready to go. TTG, baby, right out the wound. You heard?
So who you got right now? You got Meek Mill or the Game?
Honestly, I'm a fan of both of them, and I feel like with everything going on in the world today, I feel like, you know.
Who cares?
No, not who cares. Just I think that, you know, them being a public figure, they should set a better example. That's
that
all
was
I'm
very
saying.
PC.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real because, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, I'm white or whatever. I'm actually Puerto Rican, Italian.
Italiano. I know I liked you.
Right.
I knew I liked you.
And my mother had a baby on the show. I had a new baby sister. Her name is Iceland, and she's Puerto Rican, Italian, and black.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My sister also had a son who's Puerto Rican, Italian, and black.
Great mixture.
So,
great mixture.
you know, that scares me because they are not light-skinned like me. Yes, they are gorgeous, of course. I mean, they got
Unlike
my blood
Nate.
is running through their veins. Like, but no, and it makes me fearful that, you know, that could be my nephew in the future. Like, all those shootings and everything that's going on in the world.
Indeed,
Like, come on, Meek Mills. Come on, Game. Get it together, baby. Do a collaboration and make some money. And then, you know, on the other side of it, it could be, you know, publicity. Maybe somebody got an album coming out or something.
That's always what it is. Somebody got something coming
Yo,
out.
Nate, do you realize that if I get shot, whether I'm dead or alive, I'll be famous? If you get shot, nobody will give a shit?
That's probably the truth.
I'll care. I'll
Thank
care.
you.
I'll come see you.
Mariah Lynn don't care.
Right.
That's all that matters to me right now.
With a big gallon of Henny, like
pour one out for your homie.
Right
That's
now.
all that matters.
By the way, there's rules for today's show that everybody must abide by. I myself must be addressed by Long Dick Johnson. Nate needs to be addressed by Sweet Dick Willie.
Dick Willie. Yes.
Oh, okay.
You cannot call us by nothing else, or you would not be spoken to on this show today.
So I thought he was gonna say Long John Silver. I'm like, yeah, I don't know nothing about that.
Dude, I'm just gonna be quiet for the rest of the show then. I ain't saying shit.
So we got
I'm turning my mic off right now.
We got Long Dick Johnson, Sweet Dick Willie, and Lally, and Nikki Numbers, and DJ D-Fine right behind you.
And the beautiful Mariah Lynn in the building.
Yes, and I just want to say shout out to Jersey. I'm in the building.
Absolutely. Speaking of Jersey, and you know, you're talking about Game being an example for and Meek Mill, you know, public figure. You're a public figure yourself.
Sound like.
But your Jersey attitude was floating all over that TV screen. Right? Yeah. So let's not talk about setting examples because you walked up and somebody asked me, I'm going to keep the name anonymous, Nate. Mm-hmm. And
you better.
And said, she was born in Texas. I said, no, she wasn't. Did you not see the show? Her attitude says Jersey City all over it.
Let me clear that up. So the blogs love to fuck with me because I guess they know, like, fuck with Mariah, you're going to get a reaction. Or maybe not, depending on the day. You
just
know,
want publicity for a response, basically.
Yeah,
right?
but I mean, for me personally, I don't really look to end up on the Shade Room. I don't look to end up on these sites. It just happens. Like, somebody says the wrong thing to me at the wrong time, and I just go off. But, yeah, so... What was the question again?
So no Austin, Texas. You were born in Brick City.
I actually was born in Jersey City.
Oh, okay.
I was raised half of my life there, half of my life in Newark. I lived in BT Projects for 3 years. I lived on Orange Street for 3 years. I lived on my first apartment by myself was actually on 6th and Roosevelt, and my aunt lives 2 blocks up on Ridge Street. So my mom still lives in Newark too. So like, but back and forth, I was raised Jersey City. Newark. No Texas. A bitch is not 36 years old. She's 26. Get it right. 1990,
that's
baby.
the exact thing that I Googled. And that
so
was
in
the
other
first
words,
thing that showed
bloggers
up.
need to get their paperwork together.
Yeah, you were 38 years old or 36 years old and you were born in Austin, Texas.
I seen that. It was on a blog called, I don't even want to, well, yeah.
No, don't give it no love. Don't shout it out.
It was on a blog and I actually added the blog on Twitter and they were like, oh, you're lying or something like that. I said, yo, y'all spelled my name wrong. And I was born in Jersey City Medical Center. I don't know if they have one in Texas, but nah.
Speaking of Twitter, I'm a little upset with you, Mariah Lynn.
Why?
We both Jersey City residents,
yes.
And I'm not gonna mention the name of the song because I hear it's not supposed to be out yet, but I did hear a certain DJ playing that song before me.
It was just played recently?
It was played September 16th.
Oh, he got the date and everything.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, so I think I know what you're talking about without saying it. But I'm going to just say like this because I can't really say too much about it. But what happened with Once Upon a Time, this is what I can say, is that when I got casted for the show, Once Upon a Time was already out and Self was already playing it on the radio. So when that opportunity came along and the record, you know, they were so interested in it and basically, you know, I wanted to showcase it on the show as well, I had to take it off the radio because I wanted people to be surprised and I wanted them to, you know what I'm saying, not be like, oh, that song been out for 6, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, so I held on to I took the record off the radio and I held it to be, you know,
re-released to a broader level, right?
To 6.1 million
yeah,
viewers.
Absolutely.
Like that's marketing. Like
Yeah.
I'm from the hood, but I'm not a dummy. I'm educated, like to an extent. But
So check this out. Listen, man. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to let the ladies take control over here so y'all can have this lady bondage because we like lady bondage, right, Pacone?
Absolutely.
Oh, my
High five,
God.
man. High five, high five, high five.
Savage.
You're watching Love and Hip Hop. Check yourself.
Season 7.
you'll be watching us watch the show.
For the very first time,
You'll be getting our natural and honest reactions.
we're watching it
With you.
Yeah, boy, you know what it is. It's another Saturday Nonfiction Radio, the Reject Show, every Saturday 2 to 4. I'm your host, Long Dick Johnson.
It's your boy, Sweet Dick Willie.
It's your girl Lhhny and your girl Nikki Numbers on the mic.
And your girl Mariah Lynn from Love and Hip Hop New York. I'm in the building.
DJ Define's in this bitch. Let's go. Shout out to DJ Finesse.
Jers.
All right, so Mariah, nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. You know, so we got into you being from Jersey. We could tell, you know, you got that in you.
Right.
Right. So, basically we want to go into, like, you know how you had a rough life growing up. What motivated you to keep on a straight path? You got a lot of success going on right now. You're doing real good. Everybody knows
Thank you.
Yeah. You look beautiful, by the
Oh,
way.
thank you.
Absolutely.
Vice versa.
Yeah.
Thank
She
you.
is-
Oh my God. y'all
TV does
correct.
not do her justice. She is absolutely
That's
gorgeous,
the
Rejects
absolute
Nation.
truth.
Have to
So what are
make
you
up for
saying?
it.
She don't look good on TV? Is that what you
Right,
saying?
right.
I said
Nah,
TV doesn't do her
you know
justice
what?
because
It's
in real
a whole
life.
different thing to see you in person. Not only that, but you came in here real humble, down to earth. You're talking to everybody. You know, you never know what to expect.
Right. No, I've seen some people act up before, but
Right. Tell us a little bit about yourself. What kept you on a straight path? You had anyone motivating you in life to become successful like you are?
absolutely. I think that you know, my parents struggling with addiction my whole life, and me just basically being a female having to fend for herself. I think that, you know, it was hard because me personally, I feel like every female needs their father in their life, you know, and I didn't have that. My dad did 10 years in jail, so I didn't have him, and I didn't really have a male figure, you know, growing up. My mom kind of just, you know, she was a great mom, you know, at one point, and then she fell into addiction and fell into, you know, the streets. So I feel like that was definitely my motivation, and also just me being an older, you know, the eldest of all of my siblings. I have 2 brothers and now 2 sisters. And at the time, you know, my brothers are well taken care of. My father is remarried to a very good Christian woman, great job, you know, well educated. But unfortunately for me and my sister, you know, we basically were dealt a different hand. So I feel like my sister was my motivation because when I went into the system and we were separated, I was 13 years old and I had no control over the situation. So I didn't get to walk my little sister to school every day. I didn't get to have her wake up to my face, go to sleep to my face, help her with her homework, you know, things that I would have loved to have been a part of. You know, I've missed out on major parts of years of her life. So now that you know, I've been blessed with this platform and I've been able to, you know, provide and financially like be stable, I do have them living with me now. My sister and my nephew both live with me, so they are my motivation. My struggle is my motivation. And, you know, I feel like nobody has a harder struggle than anybody. Everybody goes through different trials and tribulations, and that should always be your motivation and your hunger.
I think that's the Italian in you that you're looking out for fam, and you done
Right.
came up.
Shut the
Fam
hell
is coming
Who,
up.
Right, right.
Turn this guy's mic off, man.
Yeah.
Ain't even time to
Italiano.
talk.
Come on.
Ain't even this time to talk.
Not shitting on your Italian side at all. You know,
No, right.
It might be that Puerto Rican side.
I think both Italian. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I was raised, back and forth, but mostly by my Italian side, and we are very family oriented. But my Spanish side is too. Like, it's crazy family oriented.
They're very similar, correct? Like
very similar.
Ain't nothing similar. Let me tell you something. Her Puerto Rican side do not walk around with peacock ponytails like that.
Sometimes, maybe on a foreign day, I might just put some peacock ponytails.
Absolutely. Thank you.
That's her Italian side. That's her Italian side.
That kicks in. Hey.
So how is your mother doing? We saw that on the show. She was pregnant. You said she had the baby.
I was blessed with a beautiful baby sister, Iceland, and she's doing very well. She's 28 months sober now. She's working, and she has custody back of my sister. A lot of people don't know that during the time that my mom was facing incarceration, she was very nervous and had gone into panic mode and kind of called some people on herself thinking that it would be a helping hand, and it turned out to be kind of opposite. But I feel like the devil's always trying to test you, and that's what it was for my mother, was a test of like, was she gonna beat those demons, and she did.
That's a great story. I'm sorry. That's a great story.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How did you feel about having all that on like TV? Because now it's one thing when that's your personal life, and then you kind of take it onto the show, and it's being exposed to all of these followers, all these people. So how did you feel about maybe some possible negative comments and things like that could happen, that could be said about your mother? Someone that's obviously very important.
And social media, it can be, they're just a bunch
they're
of trolls
ruthless.
on social media.
They are ruthless.
Vicious.
Yes. I honestly, I will say this, that I was very nervous. And at times, I'm not gonna lie, I would, not saying people would get to me, because I'm actually a very strong individual and I can hold my own, but a lot of people did attack my mom's character, and it did bother me. And at times, I would, shed tears and stuff like that, because it honestly, made me feel like I was failing her as a daughter, and I've always been my mom's backbone and stuff. So when it did air, though, I kind of was on some different shit, because I kind of was getting so much from all angles of my mom, and then the record Once Upon a Time, and she said she was a hoe and all this extra shit, and people didn't see the message that I was trying to send, but it didn't matter to me. And I felt like a lot of young women out there, even young men, are going through the same thing that I was going through.
I'm a hoe.
Well,
I am also a hoe.
See, and I like that, because what it did was it lightened up the conversation, and that's why I was okay with my story being publicized and being put on such a huge platform, because I felt like 1, people could relate, 2, people could learn from me, and 3, people could see that I was one of those same girls saying, I'm only gonna shake my ass for 2 years, and then 3 years later, 4 years later, I was still shaking my ass, and I was like, yo, something gotta give. I'm not doing this for the rest of my life. I want to be a mother. I want to be a wife one day. You know what I'm saying? I do want to have that in the future, and even if I don't have that, I want to be able to provide for mine.
But you're only 26.
I know, and I
you
feel
got
like
4
I'm
more years to hold out.
No, 30's the new 20. 30's the new 20.
I was about to say, I'd shake my ass if I could get some money for it.
If you had one.
Look, he'll shake his ass for free.
I'm just saying, it's a given.
Look, basically your past is your past. That's what makes you better yourself.
Right.
You put all this on the show, everybody knows what you've been through, but all everyone sees is what the show edits, cuts, puts in. They judge you. You go on Twitter, they hate you. Majority of the people, they already have an image of you. How do you deal with the backlash that you get? The first time a lot of people heard of Mariah Lynn was on season 6. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, how I deal with it basically is I'm a very, I would say when I'm mad, I'm not easygoing. But when you get to know me, when people first meet me, they think that I'm very oh, she's a bitch, or this, that, because what they see on the show. But I'm actually, you can ask anybody on my team, anybody who works for me, anybody who's, my friend for very long, they can tell you that I'm very kind and I'm very caring. Like I would probably feed, you know, my worst enemy if they were starving. Like sometimes it depends how I feel. If I want to be petty today or tomorrow.
I'm
but
petty all the time.
I'm petty all the time.
Yeah, I'm petty.
Everyone
Yo,
thinks I'm a bitch.
if you're an enemy of mine and you've been talking shit about me, I'm not feeding you. We're gonna eat right in front of you, all of us.
Right, so I think I just deal with it and I laugh it off because honestly, I look at certain people and the fake pages are insane.
Insane, yeah.
The fake pages?
I got three fake pages.
Oh Lord,
That's good, right? For me,
That's
just to rate us all.
stalkerish.
And right now you're hitting 40 years
Right.
old.
They be
Oh
like,
my
bitch,
goodness.
those bags under your eyes. And I look at their picture and it's like a picture of Princess Jasmine and Abu on the magic carpet. I'm like, bitch,
Wow.
I
who
wanna
sent you, ho?
I want to
Where
let
you
you
came
know
from?
my cousin Josh just texted me. He said he's ready to settle down.
He like, what's his net worth?
Also,
Yeah, they ask for the network these days.
Yeah, that got to be on the application.
while we're on the topic, we have a good friend of ours. She works for the show. Her name's Donette Nash. Sparks.
Absolutely. Donette Nash is our graphic designer. She's the one who did the flyer that you shared on Twitter.
Oh, it was dope. It was
well,
dope.
thank you.
I liked it.
And she does awesome artwork and
She did his tattoos, my tattoo. I got a tattoo on my chest. She got his tattoos on.
complimentary of the Reject Show. You can go there when you're ready and get some ink work done
Yes.
on us.
Or piercing. We'll go ahead and we'll give you the address before you leave. She's excited. She wants to hook you up, and she's a
dope.
friend of the show. And she's from Brick City, and she's a woman that started her own business, and she has her own shop and is thriving right now.
I definitely would love to come through. I support any woman. Like I said, even like sometimes people I don't necessarily like you know.
Yeah, no.
I kind of just you know deal with the politics and stuff. You know, that like she was saying, you know, there's different ways to deal with things, and it depends on the day for me. Like if you catch me on a bad day, I might just tell you your mother should have swallowed you. If you catch me on a good day, I might just say, hey, thanks for, you know, the insult and have a blessed day.
Nate, your mom should have spit you out. I
You
wouldn't have
just
even
made
swallowed
that
you.
Song, you know?
So
Right.
anything you decide to get over there is on us.
Yes,
on
and
the
shout out
Reject
to-
Show, and
shout
that's
out to
at
her new I hope that you know.
It's called Tatted Loose Ink. It's on
590 South 10th Street,
South
Newark,
10th
New
Street.
Jersey.
Wow, shout out to Tatted Loose. I'm definitely gonna come through. I want to.
We all know
I
that
need some
corner.
work. I'm
You know that
tatted
corner
loose.
where the church people stand out there with the speakers.
Yeah.
And they're screaming to the megaphone.
Yeah.
You
Right.
see right across the
You
street
can't
from that.
Oh,
You can't miss it.
man. Shout out to DJ.
So,
Finesse
peep game,
in the
we're going to
building.
go into a quick break real quick. DJ Define, do us a favor. Take us away for a few minutes because when we come back, we about to get it on. It's time for the big dogs to take this thing away.
You watching Love and Hip Hop. Check yourself.
Season 7.
You'll be watching us watch the show.
For the very first time,
You'll be getting our natural and honest reactions.
we're watching it.
With you.
It's Young and May right here, man. We are now tuned into the Reject Show. Right here, live and direct. You already know, man.
Yo, transmitting this message live from Los Angeles, California. This is Chino XL, the wordsmith, the Puerto Rican superhero, representing the Rebel Arms. And right now, you're tuned into a ill show from my hometown of Jersey, the Reject Show. You can catch it every Saturday from 2 to 4 on Nonfiction Radio on your Live 365 app. Shout out to you, Lady Mill. Lyrics still matter.
Yeah, y'all listening to the Reject Show, man, the #1 show in New Jersey. Oh yeah, yeah.
What's up? This is Darren Hilliard from Detroit Pistons, and you're rocking with your godson and Damian Sparks on Nonfiction Radio's The Reject Show.
Yeah. You know what it is, man. It's a special Saturday. We got Mariah Lynn in the building.
What up, Jersey? I'm in the building. We turning the fuck up right now.
Every Saturday on Nonfiction Radio, it's the Reject Show, 2 to 4 p.m. Make sure you tune in on that TuneIn Radio. I'm your host, Long Dick Johnson.
It's your boy, Sweet Dick Willie.
It's your girl, Lolly. And your girl, Nikki Numbers.
DJ Define's in this bitch. Let's go.
Mariah Lynn Kardashian, you never dare.
They're like,
So now we let the women speak, but now
time for the big dog.
Here we go.
Can I get a muzzle?
That's
We gonna play a game. We gonna call this game the name game.
Name game.
And what we do here is we gonna name a name, and we want straight honesty from Mariah Lynn. Am I gonna start it off?
Yeah, you can start it off.
Please let me
Mariah
start
Lynn
this
is about
off.
to keep it a buck. It ain't no reality show right now. She's about to keep it a buck with everybody about how she feels.
Is that the name of the game? Keep it a buck?
No. The name of the game is the name game. God damn it.
I like keeping it buck.
So
I like keep it a buck.
It's not up for debate. It's a goddamn name game.
Shut the fuck up and keep going, nigga.
So we're gonna do it like this, man. I watched clips of the show, you know what I'm saying? And it's when I realized that she wasn't from Texas. She was definitely from Jersey City.
That was a big debate.
All types of bitches were flying around. You know what I mean? People were getting pushed. There was arms swinging. That's all that Jersey City shit, you know what I'm saying?
That ma.
Yeah, cause
Ma, chill, ma.
These Newark dudes,
They
they
was coming
just
for me
quick to
with that
pull out
ma.
and start smacking niggas. We like to swing the arms before we smack a nigga. So, first name I'm bringing out, Mo.
If I had one word to describe Mo, I would say.
Ho?
I know I said that already. I said that on the show. But I would say.
Doesn't have to be in one word.
Non-existent, like non-fiction, but non-existent. Because I feel like honestly, whatever beef or whatever you want to call it, we had like it was last year, so it got left in last year with her, and what happened last year. Like
You're moving forward.
Yeah,
You're not
I
dealing
don't
with
even know
that
who that
today.
is. How about that? I plead the fifth for once in my life.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th.
Next.
I'm gonna have to ask you. And you know this was coming. Rich Dollars.
Oh,
What's
man.
up with his ugly ass?
Well, ugly / bitch ass.
Oh.
Yeah, listen, I mean, you know, honestly, if I had one word to describe Rich Dollars, it would be, I get high all the time.
All right,
That's a song. But
we can't hate on that.
No, honestly.
But what is he getting high on?
Right. I mean, I don't know. I've never personally seen him do any drugs in front of me, but you know, I heard word on the street is, you know, he be doing his thing. But that's none of my business. He don't pay my bills. I just feel like, you know, obviously the way I feel towards him is, I just don't fuck with him because, you know, when a lot of people from Jersey, like, you know, we're big on loyalty. We even if the people don't practice it, they preach it. You know what I'm saying? And loyalty to real, I could curse, right?
Absolutely.
To real bitches and to the real, you know, men out here who are really in the streets, really doing their thing, like, and they really practice loyalty. They're really loyal to theirs. That there's not one loyal bone in that man's body. To me, or like all I've seen from him, and ladies, you could correct me if I'm wrong, is him being a womanizer, him utilizing females. Because let's be real, what have you really done since, you know, Danity Kane, since all these things that people were.
Danity Kane.
First of all,
Who the hell is
Ryan
that?
Leslie, you know, he was involved with Cassie, but you were involved with a team that was involved with a successful time and stuff like that. It wasn't
So
you.
he was 5% of the success.
Right. I would say not even 5. And, you know, I would say that majority of his success came based on women. Because think about it. What can he really go on the show and talk about besides trying to belittle women and trying to seem like, you know, he's this G and he's this, you know, Boppy Shampoo, Dawn, Diva. Nah, like, like, come on, bro. We all know, like, you know, you own a couple cars, okay. How long have you owned them for? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you pulling off the lot in a brand new 2016 something, then you could come holler at me.
Actually, that's funny because Spunks just pulled off the lot in a brand new 2016, Maxima?
Come on, man. I'm trying to keep
I'm
trying to keep my child support low.
Yeah, man. What the hell?
Child support low.
Wow, you put him straight on Front Street,
I'm trying to
my
keep
nigga.
my child support low,
Yo,
man.
that's drop snitching, nigga.
All right,
That's just straight up snitching.
Okay, let's clarify.
Baby mama gonna be up on his ass.
I paid for the car. For him.
That was a gift.
Whoa.
Now he's like, wait. Fuck the child support, bitch. I paid for the shit.
You paid for his whip.
Oh no, I'm talking about your boy. I was just being funny.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no. So
Bob was like, I'm clear payments right now.
I ain't want to tell y'all that, but yeah, she paid for the whip.
For me to wrap it up on Rich, I would just say that loyalty is more than a word. You know, it definitely is like a culture from where I come from.
That's the Italian coming out in you. I respect that.
Everything's Italian. Everything's Italian with you, Nick. Everything's Italian with you.
Background on this show. And I respect
yeah.
Oh
Finally, there's a good Italian on this show with no peacock ponytail.
Right.
Thank
but he's
you.
irrelevant.
Let's go to the next name.
Yeah.
And I'm going to take it over here, man. Because it's somebody definitely that builds interest with nonfiction and the Reject Show. DJ Self.
Oh, opulence. He's an
Good
opulent
word.
man.
I just want
You're gonna have to break that down.
Yeah, because
that was a good word right there.
I can break it down.
That was a real good
OPPULENCE.
Opulent.
Opulent. The Prince of New York, like, come on, like, DJ Self, the first radio DJ to ever play my record, the first radio DJ to ever support Mariah Lynn, the first radio DJ to ever believe in Mariah Lynn.
So it's all love.
It's 100% love and loyalty. Shout out to Self and the whole Gwennon team. He did. And let me tell you something about Self. A lot of people see Self on TV. Like you said before, it brings me back to that. You know, the viewers only get to see 3 minutes of us filming for hours upon end. And then it gets crammed into 3 minutes. All they see is Self playing, you know, in last season, playing girls and laughing and being giggly. But Self, you know, smiles a lot and he's happy a lot because he's happy in life. Like, he's like, yo, I'm living a good life. Like, I'm happy.
Absolutely.
Why can't I smile? Like, what the fuck is so wrong with society today that a man can't smile and it be like, oh, why you smiling, you know? He is super humble.
I can't wait for the day that I wake up smiling every day. That'll be a great
It's a
year.
beautiful
I'll
thing,
tell you
man.
that.
Well, if you didn't come in with those 2 braids, you might smile more, bro.
He should be smiling. Them things are so tight right now. He's pulling his whole face back.
Actually, you know what? Actually, Mariah Lynn likes them, so screw y'all.
I think they popping.
Oh!
Mariah, I'm gonna need you to stop. I'm gonna need you to stop encouraging this.
You know what it is?
I'm gonna need you to stop encouraging this.
He been shitting on those braids for the past 3 weeks because I throw them in that stringy ass hair of his every damn weekend.
It's called Italiano hair, and you're
Whatever.
insulting her. when
It's
you're
called
talking about my hair
it's
like
called
that too.
Becky with the braided
Yeah,
hair.
Hit him with
All
the
right,
next.
I got the next one right here. Cisco.
Whip
What the hell happened with that?
All the ladies want to know about Cisco. Okay, so here's the real deal with me and Cisco. Me and Cisco, long story short, when we met, we bonded, we vibed. He was cool. Not much interaction. I know the world thinks that me and Cisco slept together. No, we did not.
That's what the show made it look like.
Yeah, absolutely. But no, we did not. Well, actually, in one of the scenes, you know, where he asked me to take an STD test, and I was like, okay, cool. You know, it is what it is. I told him, well, we can celebrate afterward. You know, so that kind of gave the hint that we never slept together yet, because obviously sleeping with me is a fucking celebration, bitch. So,
and I can't wait for the fireworks tonight.
4th of July. Nah, but Cisco is a very he's been through a lot of trials and tribulations himself.
Yeah,
like he's been through a lot. He's a street guy, you know. He also is a businessman as well. But for me personally, he did some fuck shit to me last year, and I'm just not like, I'm big on loyalty, you know. So I felt like in that moment, in that scene where Rich set me up, which was also some bitch shit. Like, come on now, you setting up a female. Us females do the setting up. Let's be clear.
Right.
We do.
Yeah, that's real.
You
That's
know
real
what I'm
talk.
saying?
That's real
Right.
talk.
We like,
That's real talk.
We ready.
You females ain't 2016.
We ain't no
That's all I
joke,
gotta
baby.
say.
We come to slay,
Let me
not
tell
to
y'all
play.
a quick
You heard?
story. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story about Cisco. All right.
Okay.
One day I'm chilling. You know, I'm doing my thing. I'm making my bread, and my phone rang, and I pick up. It's Cisco, and he's like, "Yeah, you know, some cats gave me your number. I'm looking for security tonight."
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm on the phone like, yo, I don't know who gave you my number, but maybe they gave you my number to be on the radio show. Did they give you the number?
Right.
He was like, no, I'm looking for security. I say, yo, Cisco, I'm like 5'0" nothing. I don't even carry a gun.
Plus,
Like,
you can't fight, so I
You
mean,
might as well call your girl Mariah Lynn to come be your
right,
security.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what do you want me to do for you, bro? Like, you bigger than me, bro.
He is very
And
big.
he was like, yo, but I'm saying there's gonna be women there, and this. I'm like, yo, you got the wrong dude, bro. If you wanna come on the Reject Show, I got you. But security, that ain't my forte.
Right. And
You
see,
know?
that was my main issue was, that, like she said, you see 3 minutes and all the viewers seen was like that kiss. And little do they know that like there was, after that, like we interacted, but then after the Rich thing, it was like, that was it. I was just like, wow, like you really try to play me. For me, and ladies, you correct me if I'm wrong, like when you're in a relationship with somebody, for me, the biggest turn on for me is a man who will stand by his woman. Okay, you know what? Maybe in that moment you might want to flip out on me, or you may have questions to ask me, but hold me down in that moment and we could talk on some private shit.
Yeah.
If you notice in the scene when he tried to talk to me, I said, no, I'm going to talk to you on another note. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to talk to you in private, because you know what? I felt like he tried to like almost say like, oh, he was using me or something like that. And you was, bruh, look at me. Do I look like the type that could be you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm a pretty young lady who's up and coming, and I don't really have time for the bullshit. So,
plus he's mad butt and you're fly. So I mean,
well, for me, I just felt like honestly, like he should have been he was privileged to ever,
even speak to you,
even
right?
be in the same room as me, because well, after that, because when I first met him, I did really genuinely like him. So that's why it kind of stung me a little bit, ladies, because I was like, wow, I really like this guy, and we were vibing, and we would be on the phone for like 3 hours at a time. And I'm just like, you know what? Where I'm at with it now is like, if it's fuck me, it's fuck you.
Right.
You're on a different level now, though.
Speaking of fuck me and fuck you, the next name I'm going to is Cardi B.
Oh, I love Cardi.
I love Cardi too.
It's my booski.
I'm a huge Cardi fan.
Aww.
I think everybody is. You know?
She blew up. She definitely blew up.
You know
I'm so proud of her.
Yo, that laugh
and
is
happy
crazy,
for her.
yo.
Every man loves a chick that's gonna keep it a buck.
Right.
And she doesn't sugarcoat shit. She'll
Nope.
tell you how she feels, and that's.
And she receives a lot of backlash too. Like a lot of people are like, "Oh, she's just doing that for attention. She's just doing that
Is
for
that
the
her in
camera."
real life?
That is her.
She
is
was doing that
very
before the show. She was on Instagram doing
yeah,
that.
right.
before
That's
she
why
was
I'm like,
casted.
why y'all acting brand new? Like y'all don't already know Cardi was already been doing this. But I love Cardi. Like honestly, where I felt first bonded to Cardi, like oh, that's my bitch. Like when you have that moment where you like, that's my friend. Like what I'm saying? Yes, was that reunion because Bianca jumped up, but Cardi was like not trying to have that shit. Cardi knew I was already TTG mode, trained to go. I was ready to go on any of them bitches. And I think Cardi was just tired of it. Like both, like it was true. It was like what are y'all talking about?
And I just want to say that that train to
neck-ass
go
bitch.
mode comes from Jersey City, by the way. That
Who?
train to go shit, that TTG shit is Jersey City shit. We always train to go.
It seemed like that's what made me even think Cardi was even the most legit chick, because she was like, yo, why y'all always picking on her? Pick on me.
Right.
She was like, pick on me. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like when they were trying to come after you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
And it was 2 against 1, so I felt like
And-
she
and-
kind of, you know what I'm saying, was like, ho, y'all not gonna tag team my bitch. Like, tag me in, right? You know what I'm saying?
And you're a petite woman. You're a beautiful woman. You're petite. And some of these chicks are gorillas out there.
Well, you know
in the
what
game.
though, and Cardi was right, because she was like, they think because she's, like 100-something pounds that like she ain't gonna do nothing, and that's
That was a good Cardi impression.
Yeah,
that was a good Cardi impression.
but seriously, like people underestimate skinny bitches. Like first of all, we are skinny, which makes us have agility. So we will punch you before
And
you can even
speed.
blink. You're gonna be like boop, 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 boop. Like you ain't even gonna know what hit you by the time I'm on like my 5th uppercut. So that's why I'm like, don't underestimate me. And like I said, I grew up in Newark, I grew up in Jersey City. Anybody anybody who's grown up in those 2 places know that. Especially me looking like a white girl, you have to fight your whole life. You have to fight for respect. You got to earn your respect in this hood. And now, I feel like it's time for me to kind of take the gloves off and put them to the side until like somebody brings me to want to bring them back out.
Absolutely.
A lot
So
too, they
I
think
love
right
your
away.
heart.
They assume you're white, so they want to pick on you right away.
Right, because they're like, oh, this little white girl, she just gonna, call the whoop whoop. Honey, me not call the whoop whoop. Me bust your ass.
Mariah,
So-
Mariah, that's what happened with me, and then I had to son everybody in this room.
I thought he said
That would never happen. That would never happen.
He's showing off. He's just showing off.
Son
to you.
around.
So, being that Nate, we had what, an hour and a half show with you, and Nate's been hitting on you this whole time. He had a special question that he wanted to ask you.
What's up?
What are the chances
Uh-oh.
of a guy like me and a girl like you getting on up tonight?
That wasn't the question he wanted to ask. Not at all. If
my
I gotta ask it, I'll ask it.
My agent, shout out to Terrell Everett sitting right next to me. My agent, he will send you a contract. The standard booking fee is.
All right. So to take you on a date, I gotta jump through hoops, sign some contracts, fill out applications. You'll get back to me in 4 to 6 weeks.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm kind of just.
Are you seeing anybody right now? Can I ask you that?
I am seeing somebody.
Is he Italian?
No.
Is he Puerto Rican? Is he Puerto Rican?
He's chocolate.
Yes.
Thank you.
He's a light skinned little joint.
All right, hold on.
Not
Hold
too
on.
light-skinned.
I need to take control here because the shit done hit the fan, and I don't play that shit on my show. When you talk about a real dude, you talking about Damian Sparks, and they want to know if he can suck a fart out your ass today.
Wow. You got put
honestly,
straight up.
I don't. What did I eat for? But I didn't eat like something that would make me fart. But if I did, maybe if I ate some like eggs with some hash browns or something like that.
Can I take you for a taco? I mean.
Wow, this is horrible, man.
I like homemade.
Yo, what the fuck happened?
This show got out of control
You would
right
have
now.
to take me to Chipotle for that. You would have to take me to Chipotle for that.
I can't believe this.
Mariah Lynn.
I must say, shout out to Nonfiction and the Reject Show. I'm having such a great time up here right now. I hope that everybody that's tuned in is having a blessed day and y'all ready to turn up with us because we have no chill right now.
You know, that's right. Hey, yo, Define, do me a favor. Let them shake their asses for a few minutes, man.
All right.
You watching Love and Hip Hop. Check yourself.
Season 7.
You'll be watching us watch the show.
For the very first time,
You'll be getting our natural and honest reactions.
we're watching it
With you.
I'm your host, Damian Sparks.
It's your godson, Pacone.
It's your girl, Lolly. Nikki Numbers on the mic.
DJ Defines in this bitch. Let's go.
And Mariah Lynn still in the building.
Still in the building.
Go get him.
She's staying. She
know-
don't want to leave.
You know what's
Never,
funny?
bitch.
I'm glad how she gets in tune because we bring artists on the show and we do a regular intro. And when everybody does their intro, the artist always looks at me like, should I say my name too?
No, I always make sure I say my name. You gonna learn my
Say
name.
my
today.
name. Say my name.
I'll say your name later, baby girl.
Oh my God. Let it
I'm
go.
sure you will with this peach
Let it
passion.
go.
You know the P word.
So we got announcement for everybody who listens to the Reject Show every day, weekly. First of all, shout out to Mariah Lynn for coming in today and showing mad love.
Mad love, absolutely.
love. There you go.
Absolutely, Mariah Lynn.
We're gonna have an exclusive from Mariah Lynn. I'm gonna call that show the Jersey City edition when we get that exclusive. Because ain't nobody gonna hear it nowhere else except for here on the Reject Show, Nonfiction Radio first. From now on, every Saturday, the Reject Show is going 2 to 6, 4 hours, baby.
Go get him, baby. Rejects is in the building.
Congratulations.
You hear that? We just everywhere. If you ain't there,
Y'all like Mariah Lynn.
we everywhere, man.
If you ain't non-fiction, what are you?
Fiction, baby. Cause we ain't new to this shit.
We true to this shit, Mariah
It's
Lynn.
too easy. We in the building, man. This is what we do. Mariah Lynn, we ain't done with you yet.
We ain't done.
We about to dig deeper into your pockets.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
They They not that deep because all the money piled up. So all the money's piled up. You got to dig through the money.
So we want to know, with everything going on in this world, what's your input as far as Black Lives Matter, the police brutality?
What's going on in Charlotte right now with the riots and whatnot?
The riots. We want to know how you feel about everything. Hillary or Trump? Cops shooting black people, or you know what? Not even cops shooting people.
Cops shooting everybody. It's not just black people. Cops are shooting white people too. It's crazy.
How do you feel? How do you?
It's not. No, let's not do that. Let's not do that.
They don't get the publicity that.
Oh, stop it.
Can we mute his
How
mic?
do you feel about the world you're living in today?
I feel disgusted. I feel sick to my stomach, and I mean it's apparent. And it's super transparent that this is becoming an ongoing issue. And I feel, you know, especially, like I said, my nephew, my little cousins, all of them being, you know, half Puerto Rican, half black, that could be one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I actually went to Baltimore to do a hosting. I might as well speak on it because there's, you know, stuff out there. People like to record videos and, you know, try to sabotage me. But basically an altercation broke out in Baltimore, and I was with my agent, Terrell, and as you can see, he is very much so black, but he was raised in Bergen County, very well educated, graduated college. Like, he's very super intelligent.
Got you, yeah.
He got his shit together.
That's
basically,
what's up.
you know?
That's what's up.
And during exiting the club, upon everything, you know, a fight breaking out and stuff like that, we were outside and somebody was trying to record me, and his sister, you know, told the kid, like, can you please not record her? Like, very nicely. She's very soft-spoken, so it wasn't, like, aggressive. And the kid wanted to be shady and, you know, keep recording me. And so my agent smacked the phone out of his hand. And basically there was an officer standing across the street, and he was white. And so was the, you know, the male who was recording me. And the cop, like, jumped in my agent's face and was like, oh, you hit him and this and that. And
That's
he was,
an assault.
And he was so aggressive, like, to the point where he was ready to put him in cuffs. And I think if I didn't jump in front of him and his sister jump in front of him and say, no, like, we know what this is. Like, we were like, no, we know what you're trying to do. It's not happening, baby. Yeah. I said, this is my agent and I am a celebrity. He is trying to guide me to my vehicle
protect
safely.
You. He's trying to protect you.
Are you kidding me? And so yeah, so you know, we experienced that, and just I feel very disgusted, like I said, very sick to my stomach, because it could be anybody. And I've seen all these videos surfacing on social media, and I feel like nobody's really taking a stand. Okay, we are, you know, doing protests and we're doing walks and stuff like that. And even now, people are starting to say, like, it's going to be a war between people and cops. That's crazy. So what, we're just going to go to war with each other? When, remember, we're fighting bigger wars.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're fighting hunger. We're fighting AIDS. We're fighting cancer.
Personally, I think 98% of the police force are good people.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? I think
and
98% of the police force are good people, man.
What we forget is that we're over here fighting amongst each other when there's people who don't even belong here fighting against us.
Absolutely.
So not only
what just popped off in where was that? Manhattan and Chelsea?
Absolutely. And we're fighting
in
against
Chelsea.
we're fighting even bigger wars.
And Elizabeth.
We're fighting against Syria. We're fighting against Syria. You know what I'm saying? So we got countries coming against us, so we're fighting against them, and on top of that, we're fighting against ourselves.
But see, you know what? See, the government, with me, this is how I feel, and, you know, whoever could take it how they want to take it, but the government nowadays is, like, I don't know where their fucking heads are at, like, up their ass, or, you know.
They're in their wallets.
Yeah.
Because they're getting paid off by big corporations.
Right, but see,
they're not for the people no more.
So I don't want to really get too much into it because I'm like a real history fanatic, and it goes back to like all the way back into time where, like, during the Holocaust, when the Jews were, like, pushed out of their lands, and, you know, they went over to, like, to Egypt and Jerusalem. They went to the Holy Lands and stuff. Yeah. And, you know, the Israelis basically are first of all, the Palestinians, all those countries over there, Palestine, all them, they're not allowed to have an army. So when they fight wars, they fight with homemade bombs and rocks and shit like that. And we we call them terrorists, yes, because they're killing our own, and that's where it becomes a problem. Because we America, we America, like we come through, shut shit down. You get me? But
when you're coming to Elizabeth, New Jersey, and playing bombs,
but
there's a bigger picture than.
But see, that's the government allowing it because let's be honest here. Now, the Israelis are very wealthy. Like the Jews in general, that whole community is very wealthy.
The original
you know what I'm saying? Right. So, right. So with that being said, now us Americans, are we gonna fight a war against people who are being robbed for their land by people who are just wealthier than them? Like, come on now, they have a force field around. If you send a bomb, that shit is going straight down. Like they're not playing. Where they're killing wives and innocent women and children over there. So that's the whole nother thing. And as far as like presidency, of course I'm going to say Hillary because her husband once upon a time was one of the best presidents that we've ever had.
Bill was that
guy.
Dude.
Yes. So people are saying, she's a woman and I think what this country needs is a woman's touch because I think men deal with a lot of egos and pride and women actually have that emotion within them. You know what I'm saying? To say different, like
talk Nucky.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry because bitches be power tripping and she's a fucking killer.
Yeah.
Yo, not only is she a killer.
I'm not saying I'm a Trump voter. Because
I am.
What?
Yeah, believe it or not.
Trump. Yeah, you gotta be kidding me.
My ass, no. I don't really. I was for Bernie. That was.
Yo, Bernie was that dude. Nah, Bernie was that dude.
Hold on. I'm gonna tell you about Hillary. Not only is she a murderer, but she's half dead.
Yeah, she has a machine. Yeah,
she's dying. Yeah. She's dying.
Aren't we all?
The scariest part of everything is not just us as adults fighting the issue with racism and all that shit. We have kids. I mean, my daughter's half black too.
Right.
Let me tell you about.
That she's Puerto Rican.
Everybody here has
y'all who don't know.
Kids. Everybody here has mixed race kids.
For y'all who don't know, Hillary has numerous emails that.
I don't give a fuck about those emails, nigga.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. I'm not done yet.
I don't give a fuck.
Hillary has numerous emails.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm sorry, Define.
I don't give a fuck.
Hillary has numerous emails that were sent out to foreign countries.
Who cares?
That's giving out.
I care.
I don't.
Giving out. Can I finish? That's giving out our top security secrets. And when you email foreign countries our top security secrets, that gives them the advantage to invade us.
No, absolutely, and I feel like that's where being a woman and like the whole gossiping and shit like that comes into play.
There you go. I'm sorry. There you go.
Honestly, I feel like Trump though is a fucking imbecile. Like,
yeah.
I'm not going to have a president who's going to be like, well, they about to bomb us. Let me smoke this blunt real quick and get this, invest in this stock real quick before I go save the country.
That sounds like a dope president, though.
Let
me smoke this L.
Wait.
Maybe if he smokes some good weed, he might chill out.
Wait.
Make this decision.
Let me say this. This is the same dude that fucked up his whole shit when Atlantic City's gone. Atlantic City's gone.
Dude, that wasn't Trump's fault.
That's Trump's fault. And he made his money and bounced off and didn't give a fuck about who was in this building and said, fuck it.
Yo, people take losses. People take losses.
Oh, now it's just take losses. Fuck the small people.
He's not a president.
Fuck the small people.
I say this. Unless Trump got a check from Mariah Lynn, fuck Trump.
I hear you. Say that.
And Nicki numbers too.
Right. So if you don't got them checks, Trump, keep it trucking, babe.
Yeah, I hear that.
You guys are gonna fuck up our whole country.
Nigga, you go.
I got the American flag on my forehead.
This thing over the wall. Half dead.
I say,
yo,
fuck
Sparks,
a president.
you gonna build that wall? You going right back over it?
I say we the people control this country.
Well, he may be.
Listen, I say we the people control this country because it's us going overseas fighting the wars, not Trump. Not Hillary, not Bernie. They're going to sit in their White House, their opulent White House with their opulent cigar and their Caucasian decor, and they're going to be absolutely 100% fine when they have to be escorted out of the country when we're being bombed.
What's wrong with the Caucasian decor?
Nothing. It's absolutely opulent again. But
she loves that word, though.
Look, that's the word.
Hey, yo, peep game. We only got 6 minutes left, and I want to say this first and foremost. It took me a couple months to get Mariah Lynn on the show. We're happy to have you here today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And I want to give a big, huge shout out. No matter whatever happened behind the scenes, this person always had my back. She always spoke positive, and she knew that I could make something happen. Shout out to my girl Knuckles that brought Mariah Lynn in today. Absolutely. Not only did she bring Mariah Lynn, but she brought her camera too.
Yeah.
Go get him. Go get him. You already know what it is. It's the Reject Show every Saturday, 2 to 4. Make sure you tune in on the TuneIn app. Non-Fiction Radio. I'm your host, Damian Spark.
It's your godson, Pacone.
It's your girl, Lolly. And your girl, Nikki Numbers.
DJ Defines in this fucker. Let's go.
And it's your girl, Mariah Lynn. Don't forget, I got that new Never Bitch official video out. Go check it out on YouTube. It's also on iTunes. I got all new music coming soon. I'm in album mode. You can follow me on Instagram at Mariah Lynn Boss, on Twitter at Mariah Lynn Boss. You can YouTube me anywhere. You can Google me, bitch.
Hey, yo, DJ Define, do us a favor, baby, and take us home.
Microphone. Microphone. Microphone checker, swinging sword lecture, closing down the sector, supreme neck protector, protector.
Wait a minute. You come to my page throwing shade, and you think you better than me? Never bitch. Things that you do, you'll be never rich. Never popping, you'll be never it. You're way at the top of the never list. Never bitch, never bitch.